Puppets are a lot more relevant to our childhood than I realized. Anime puppet shows, on the other hand.
Air, fire, and air.
While the Nier Automata anime was on hiatus, Yoko Taro and Amazarashi collaborated to create a 15-minute long music video, but the bulk of it is actually just a puppet show. Puppetry is a medium known for its fluid movements, expressive gestures, and visually appealing designs. Taro used these to tell the story of machine life forms, which happen to have the complete opposite characteristics. And it turned out good. It respects and utilizes the conventions of puppetry, but also offers something unique. The video is presented as if we're part of an audience, physically walking in to watch a live performance. Other people are here too, all taking their seats. The performance begins with a buzzer. This will be important later. The scene starts with an accordion cover of City Ruins as background music. We're introduced to the machines, who are depicted as child soldiers. A single child's voice narrates the show, representing the machines. These guys also have actual guns too, which isn't the case in the game. They spend their days fighting an endless war thanks to their creators, father and mother. Interesting. These puppets are actually visually appealing and expressive. They take more inspiration from European marionette puppetry rather than traditional Japanese puppetry. They've got a wooden design, expressive eyes, movable mouths, and jointed limbs. They're way more capable of conveying emotions effectively than the machine puppets. The art form of marionette puppetry specifically has a strong presence in these countries, which also have a history of incorporating accordion music into their performances. The energetic and vibrant sounds of the accordion are meant to add rhythm and emotion to the storytelling. It brings a distinct charm to the performance and complements the whimsical, humorous aspects these shows typically have. Except Nier is the opposite. It's not really happy, and knowing that going in, I find the accordion music to be a bit creepy. It doesn't match what I'm seeing happening on the stage. The language mother and father use on the machines matches how you talk to children. The machines don't really understand what's going on, but they love their parents and do whatever they say. This is a creative depiction of the relationship between machine life forms and their creators. It's fairly common for puppet shows to portray fairy tales, folklore, or moral and educational stories. It kind of feels like it's been set up to be one. I'm sure I'll learn about themes like honesty and the importance of making good choices here. The entire time, the background's been trying to load, but it fails. All of the acts will end in the same style of looks like the background's in. Mostly. Many of the machines are dying in the war, and it terrifies them. When they try to run away, the father scolds them. Mother is more gentle, telling them they're scared because they can see. There's a certain rhythm to the way mother and father speak. First father talks, then mother talks. They always start their first sentence the same way as each other. Oh my goodness in this case, oh my sweet children back in Act 1. The machines listen to their parents and stop seeing. Instead of just turning the lights in their eyes off, the team opted to give the machines blindfolds. Kinda funny, it makes the similarity between them and 2B and 9S more in your face. Both parties are blindly following the commands of their superiors, not really understanding the bigger picture. They keep fighting, averting their eyes from death and destruction. It's not going well. The screams of pain are hurting their morale. Mother steps in first this time, still being gentle. Father is next, still being forceful. He offers them a solution, just stop hearing, so the machines stop hearing. The music has switched over to an accordion cover of Emil's theme. Things get more somber. The machines have blindfolds over their ears. The war keeps going. The kids keep dying and getting rebuilt. They keep killing the enemy. They eventually start questioning what the point of this is. The motherly advice is to stop speaking, so they obey in a very disturbing way. The machines feel like their parents don't care about them now. Their own sense of self is so deteriorated, they can't even stand. The perpetually trapped in a never-ending spiral of life and death thing is in effect. But then the machines hear a voice. That's all they needed. The voice sparked something in the machines. It gave them strength and will. Enough to kill mother and father, who actually look like machines on the inside with those blinking lights. I thought they were aliens. The machines are free. They can be happy now. This event is actually referenced in the game. The Spirit of Fire picture book cutscene. In the game version of the story, this voice is depicted as the machine lifeform's god. The god emerges from a volcano and gives the machines consciousness. The short story The Fire of Prometheus gives us more details about what exactly this god is. The god is P33, aka BP, from Nier Replicant. Fire of Prometheus picks up from after the events of Replicant. The story recounts how P33 survived, rebuilt itself, built its own intelligence network, and successfully left the junk heap, launching itself into space. En route, it saw the machines fighting their war. It determines that the machines were locked in this terrifying battle because they did not know fear, that they weren't alive. So it gives them the gift of life by hacking into their network. Consciousness, pain, joy, sorrow, anger, shame, and loneliness. The future, life. This would be getting off topic too much, but I'll also mention that P-33 communicated with the androids as well. The two sides stopped fighting and began to sing. This segment of the Nier lore is an allusion to Prometheus from the Greek mythos. He defied the will of Zeus and stole fire from the gods, giving it to humanity. It carries multiple interpretations and themes, including the power of knowledge and the enduring human spirit in the face of suffering and oppression. The fire in the case of Nier is consciousness, or life. Back to the show, at this point things get meta. The music stops, the buzzer goes off again. The second buzzer means the show is over. The machines are aware that this means the show is over. This is our 108th failure. The child narrator's voice confesses that they killed their parents hundreds of years ago and have rebuilt them again and again. They're trying to replicate the mother and father that were kind and made them feel safe, but keep failing. They're aware that it might be possible those people never actually existed. The machines feel insecure and they want someone who they can rely on, so they keep looking for a mother and father. We, the audience, finally understand that this isn't the first iteration. The aliens have been dead for a long time. That's why the destroyed parents had circuitry on the inside. The longing for parents we see in the machines is driven by three core components of their nature. The emulation of human behavior. Parental figures are obviously deeply ingrained in human society. The father takes on a more masculine role, being harsher and more forward. The mother is more feminine, being gentler. The search for meaning and purpose. The machines struggle with their existence and would prefer to have a source of guidance to make this easier. An emotional connection. Parental figures symbolize a bond of love and belonging. The machines are trying to seek that out as they understand more about themselves and the world around them. As the camera zooms out, we can see that the machines have killed the audience. Well, we had a good run. Then the full version of Amazarashi's song, Antinomy, the one that's the ED for the Nier anime, starts playing. And yeah, we're still just looking at this as the credits roll. Song's still playing. But it gets cooler. The credits play 4 times total through the length of the song, but each time the performance count decreases. 108th, 107th, 106th, 105th. But on the last one, all of the text turns into numbers. I'm not exactly sure what the numbers mean. If anyone wants to look into that, please do. But there is a lot of repetition. If the name is the same, the encoded sequence is also the same. But these are 2 different names, and they still get encoded into the same sequence. Anyways, that's the puppet show. Pretty cool look at things from the machine's perspective. Kind of an important question to pose though. How does this puppet show tie into the song? Remember, this video is technically a music video. In an interview with the band members, Amazarashi mentioned that they took the Nier Automata world as a metaphor for modern society becoming increasingly dominated by rationalism. The song was written with the intent of delivering this message. What often happens in life is that your assumptions and what you think is true is actually the opposite. Even in the Nier Automata world, the characters are betrayed and hurt by what they believe, and as a result, they gain their own will. The lyric, "I'm living by myself," refers to how my own opinions are often swallowed up by the opinions of the people around me. I encourage you to check out the full song, linked in description. The description of that video has all the lyrics translated to English. There will probably be a video about the final 4 episodes of the Nier anime. Maybe it's on the screen now. Check out the one about the anime so far as well.